Justen versus Justen is brought to you by Stormtrooper Eyeglasses. Never miss that Ewok again. In 3 locations on Alderaan, Jeddah City, and the Death Star.
That last one, I think they closed that location.
Oh, really? Which one? The Jeddah City?
I think they closed the Death Star.
Oh.
But you can Google that. I'm not sure.
Well, their check has been cashed. So, on we go. Welcome to Justen versus Justen. It's a podcast about 2 friends named Justen, no relation.
I'm Justen with an E. He's Justen with an I.
That's right.
Oddly enough, we both have a dad named Bill.
That is true. That is also a true story.
And, yeah, we're just 2 friends that like to talk nerd stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, welcome to episode 1.
That's right.
Hopefully we don't get to a prequel series of horrible podcasts later on that are unforgettable.
You had to lead with the prequel stuff? That's just fantastic. Well, it's interesting because, as my friend with the E in his name said, we are going to be talking today about nerd stuff, most specifically Star Wars. So, I didn't.
Well, he's a Trek fan. Don't listen to him.
Yeah. Well, I like the new stuff, but yeah. Very much.
So, so Last Jedi just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed reviews. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it.
Yeah.
You saw it. I saw it.
I did, yeah. I saw it on opening night. Yeah.
I didn't quite make it on opening night, but I did see it, and I was a little disappointed, to be honest.
I know this is counterintuitive to the whole theme here, but it's not a competition.
I will win.
Well,
as you see, we have a dark side and a light side of the mics,
and I've drawn the light side. You're not my father. Oh. Well, the movie I thought was honestly pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm not so deep into the mythos where every little thing that happens is going to bother me. But in general, there's a lot of parts that I thought were really good. But like most Star Wars movies, there's some parts that are bad and you kind of want to forget. I think the big one, and spoiler alert here, but the big one is, the whole Mary Poppins piece with Leia when she comes from the cold vacuum of space and then saves her life, and she's just doing kind of this thing.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down
in the most delightful. Yes, yeah, exactly. That's a very catchy tune.
Yeah, it is. I mean, damn Disney. It's another Disney thing. Disney.
Was she a Jedi?
I don't know what she is.
She definitely had the mind trick.
Indestructible.
Yeah. Was Mary Poppins a Jedi?
And she gave birth to the devil, apparently, so...
Was that Rosemary's Baby?
It's
not so up on my 60s.
It's Adam Driver.
Oh. That guy.
That guy.
I hear he's got ripped abs.
Ripped.
Yeah.
But, no, I kind of agree. Some of the things of the new one, I was excited. I mean, when The Force Awakens came out, I loved it. I thought it was great. They brought back a lot of the good characters. They brought it back tastefully, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And, of course, you had Han Solo and all that, and that was just, that was childhood brought back. Oh, amazing, R2-D2's back again. It's not Jar Jar Binks.
Chewbacca, so understated but awesome in the movie. Like,
absolutely.
Blast, I almost said Darth Maul, jeez. Blast Kylo Ren, and that was a huge reason why he was actually, not killing Finn so quickly in the first one.
Yeah, but, Force Awakens, loved it. I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the second one, The Last Jedi, I was a little bit disappointed in it. I think I expected too much of it, especially with Luke coming back.
Yeah.
And I think some of the parts with him were just a little bit too overdone.
Yeah, well, go figure that the guy who plays the trickster and the Joker would be overdone, so,
Yeah.
He's always been my favorite character. I know we've talked before, and you said that Han Solo was your guy.
Oh, absolutely.
I was a Luke guy. I mean, I admit it. I had the little Kenner lightsaber one where you push it out of the arm, and, that sort of, like, Luke was the man.
So, yeah, in that whole battle of good versus evil, I was always kind of a dark side kind of guy. Darth Vader was, I always liked his costume was always badass.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had definitely a better fashion sense, so that could even, save.
Well, not only that,
Rogue One, but
James Earl Jones was his voice. He could make a Wolverine purr with that voice.
Probably. Yeah.
So smooth. I mean, he made babies just with that voice.
I think so. He was the king of a African nation in 2 movies. So,
was it 2?
Yeah. Well, I'm counting The Lion King.
Okay. Yeah, he was.
And of course, Coming to America, the first R-rated movie I ever saw. So, you know, the royal penis is clean. I'll never forget that. That was great. Yeah, when Eddie Murphy was more than just fart jokes, it was awesome. So
back when he played he still plays every character in every movie.
him and Arsenio, so you know.
Well, yeah, but it was good stuff.
I like the Lord.
I just like the Jerry curls.
Oh my God, Soul Glow.
Yeah, the Soul Glow, and it leaves it everywhere somebody sits. It's right behind him. Yeah.
Still performing. He was just in Logan, right?
Yeah. And
that was great. I was like, oh, Soul Glow. No, it's not Soul Glow. So, and you knew he was going to die because, you know, Logan.
Well, to get back on point of Star Trek, we're going off here in left field.
Oh, we digress. Yeah.
So, you know, back to the new movie, and I think another reason that it's kind of dying is just they're merchandising the crap out of this movie.
Oh yeah,
there's merchandise for it everywhere. Every type of merchandise, anything they can stick a Star Wars logo on, they're sticking it on.
Did you see the toaster that puts the Death Star on your toast?
I did.
You did?
I did. I saw that, and sadly enough, I almost bought it. But
oh, did you? Yeah. I had the waffle iron, but now I think I'm caught between the X-wing steak knives that actually are shaped like an X-wing when they're put there, and into the block, and there's an R2-D2 French press for that delicatessen type of coffee, I suppose.
I did. You showed me the knife set for the X-wing. Yeah. That was actually pretty cool.
That was pretty neat. So stainless steel, you know.
We'll put a link to it just in the description below.
Yeah. Look at that.
And
Mr. Popeil is spinning in his grave. Why did I think of that?
But yeah, they're marketing. All the Kenner people are like, ah.
No.
Star Wars got away.
Out by Hasbro.
Yeah, everything's put out by Hasbro on there.
Yeah. I watched that Netflix movie, The Toys That Made Us.
Yeah, I watched that as well.
That was awesome.
That was. So I can't believe how quick Kenner put those toys out.
Yeah, it was
in mass quantities, and they even did it without they got you to buy toys without even making them. That was the cool part. Oh, here, buy this box. We'll send you a toy in a couple of months.
And I think the best part was how Ralph Wiggum actually won a science fair by having all of those figures in the original package. They're all here. I bet my Wookiee.
All right, Ralph. But yeah, it's amazing what you can find. I mean, just looking here online, you can get Star Wars chocolates. If you want a Millennium Falcon for that special person for Valentine's Day.
Are those marital aids?
I don't know, but possibly.
Looks kind of dicey. I don't think we'll put
the Star Wars cuckoo clock, which has Luke and his father with that epic lightsaber battle.
Oh. Twice a day his hand lops off.
No! I guess you can scream that if you get ready to go to work. No!
Does the cuckoo clock just scream no?
You have a Star Wars Darth Vader shower head.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want Darth Vader watching me in there.
Well, going back to your whole idea about making the Wolverine purr.
Come to the dark side.
Apparently.
I'll stick you in the dark side, all right?
It's... Who wants a little shower head, I suppose.
Hey, to each his own, to each his own.
Yeah, I suppose. I always like the Chewbacca talking mask. I don't know what language it speaks in, but it's phenomenal.
Are you talking about the mask like that? What was it? That lady that got famous doing the laugh when she put it on?
Yeah, that's the one.
I'll have to get you one next show. You can just wear it the whole time.
I feel like I should. Maybe I should just wear that daily.
Maybe you should just wear it around and wear it to work.
Yeah, I think I could definitely make that. They don't mind that.
Hey, nowadays you
got a pretty loose dress code.
Nowadays you can pull off anything. Oh, it helps me with my anxiety.
Oh, I'll just tell them that it's my religion because I'm a Jedi.
There you go.
So that's right. It took me 5 minutes to be blasphemous. So.
Didn't somebody get that on their driver's license?
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Well, there's lots of crazy people out there. So.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
So,
moving on, we were talking a little bit, too, about the ships. Some of the things that you and I like about sci-fi movies is that they have some really great ships.
Oh, absolutely.
And we were talking about possibly what might be the greatest ship of the galaxy. So I want to get your take on that, because I know I have my 17 choices.
Out of every movie and every TV show ever made, of course, everybody's got that epic ship that that you're a fan of. That you go, this is the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, for me, it was definitely the giant Winnebago in Spaceballs.
The Eagle 5.
The Eagle 5.
So,
I mean, come on. It could go at ludicrous speeds. It could
like
jam a radar with boysenberry.
Raspberry.
They've jammed the radar. Boysenberry.
I lost the bleeps, I lost the sweeps, and I lost the creeps. That's not all he's lost.
I mean, come on. You got a sidekick named Barf with it.
Yeah, not in here. It's
Barf the dog.
So the list of ones that I came up was number 1, Astro Train, who basically turns from a train to a spaceship from the Transformers. That was pretty awesome. And I remember as a kid, he was pretty cool. This one, for all you hardcore geeks out there, the Ragnarok from Final Fantasy VII. Awesome. Yeah. We worked so hard to get that one. Of course, the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's a classic. Everyone that loves it knows it.
It's one of those things, though. I could definitely see Han Solo as being one of those car guys that like gets out there and like tinkers with stuff and like tries to like race for pink slips.
If it was a car, it'd definitely be some old classic clunker that. If he just races around town in.
Do you think ever that in some weird dimension he's raced Vin Diesel out there? And they're out there and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? You know, race for pinks. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care."
Well, that's different. That's the
that's like 6. Yeah, 6.
you went way through the movie spectrum there.
Give me back my family.
Maybe Liam Neeson was there. I'll find you.
Perhaps. I don't know. Does Han like snakes, though? Is that a thing?
Well, Indy didn't. And Indy and Han are... I think they're twins in an alternate universe.
Yeah, or maybe
so probably. Hates snakes, hates rats.
Wasn't there a hieroglyph of R2-D2 and C-3PO in Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I have no clue on that one. Was there?
Yeah, no, I think that's a real thing.
I'll have to...
So I remember getting the Lego set because I'm really cool. And it actually had that on there. It was R2-D2 and C-3PO on the hieroglyphs in the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I'm looking this up because this is... Oh, yeah, see? Star Wars hieroglyphs and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is...
Yeah, there's a special place in Raiders of the Lost Ark in my heart for this one because when I was in high school, one of the adults in my life, the comic store owner, told me I looked like the bad guy that goes, kill them bald. I'm like, thanks, I look like a 40-year-old bald man. Now I do.
Yeah, there is. There's R2-D2 in there and everything. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. There's something new every day.
Well, that's what we're here, folks. That's what we're here to do.
Back to the awesome list of ships.
Yes.
What's next?
The Planet Express, which is on the rankings of speed for all these ships. The Planet Express is surprisingly high. It's actually faster than the Millennium Falcon.
By how fast?
By how fast? It's like 4.8 million versus like 9 million. I don't know, billion something. I don't know. I don't do math.
I don't do math on that level. No. Hey.
The Serenity from Firefly, great ship.
Awesome ship.
One of my favorite movies, The Event Horizon, which is awesome movie. Spooky haunted house in space.
It is. It's like Aliens meets like a haunted house. I mean, it's not as good as Aliens. Let's just set that down, though.
All right, let's make it different.
I grew up watching Aliens. I loved Aliens.
Event Horizon, in the movie, they actually say my full name.
Oh, do they?
There is a scene in the movie where they say my full name, so I'm all about it. But past that, the coolest thing is that this came out at the same time as Lost in Space, and they used the same spaceship. And it blows my mind every time. Because Lost in Space was a friggin' travesty. You know?
Danger, Willis, in danger.
Well, I mean, I always thought that was an anti-rape robot. It's like, what are they trying to do? Don't leave him with the creepy doctor. You know, he's going like creepy. This. You know?
I would never leave my kid with that doctor from that show. Ooh, come here.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, she was just.
He has a worse reputation than the guy that killed Michael Jackson. You know, I mean. Going to Aliens, the USCSS Nostromo from Alien, and then the USS Sulaco from Aliens.
Love Aliens.
Yeah, Aliens was awesome.
Alien was a good movie. Aliens I loved. I think that's because that was the first one I ever watched.
Dude, Bill Paxton was the man.
Oh, game over, man. Game over.
Awesome. The Enterprise D.
Enterprise, good one.
The ship from Flight of the Navigator, which I thought was friggin' great. see that one?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh my god, that was like such a movie when you were a kid. Flight of the Navigator. This kid finds a spaceship, and then he like shoots around the spaceship, and then turns out like 7 years pass. It's crazy. It's a Disney movie too, like Touchstone or something.
Disney.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the good ones. So. And then the Gunstar for The Last Starfighter, which is probably like every kid's dream.
Yeah.
You get so good at playing this video game that aliens come down and recruit you.
Oh, Starfighter was great. Nintendo 64 is like...
Oh, well, maybe they based it on that. I have no idea. So, I don't know.
I think it was based on that, actually.
Well, not making the list is Wing Commander. So, you know, it's not.
Gallica.
Yeah, no, Gallica. I mean, I lost too many ships. There's too many men. Too many terrible stories and widowed wives. You know, it's Gallica. I'm more of a centipede guy. What can I say? You know?
Wop, 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 wop.
Yeah.
That's back when games were awesome.
Were we talking about Pixels before?
We were. We talked about Pixels
How
the
that
other
was
night.
like a serviceable movie, but like with some parts, but some parts.
Yeah, it was an okay movie, but nothing that's ever going to win an Oscar. It's just like a guilty pleasure. I feel like being, nostalgic tonight, so I want to watch this movie. And
oh, true.
It gives you that nostalgic part as Adam Sandler.
I found the giant Pac-Man more believable than Kevin James as president.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on.
Sorry, Kevin James.
I like you in some stuff.
Yeah. Paul Blart.
Here Comes the Boom. I like that one.
Yeah. Well, Henry Winkler.
Oh, Henry Winkler's good in anything.
Pretty much.
He's the Fonz.
It's good stuff.
Hey.
Did Fonz ever go into space?
I don't think there was an episode Fonz goes to space on Happy Days. I know he jumped his motorcycle and he went surfing and all that. I don't think he ever went to space.
Yeah. I think Pee-wee went to space. So.
Pee-wee did go to space.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's Pee-wee.
Well, I forgot the most important ship of all.
What?
The Satellite of Love. That's if I got to pick a favorite, I got to pick the Satellite of Love.
You're gonna pick the Satellite of Love? What makes you pick that?
I don't know. I've just I was wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, but I just thought to myself, it's just a show, so I think I'll just relax.
I'm not going to get too much into this.
Yeah, I'm not going to go crazy on it, but yeah. In general, thinking about things, going back to the Falcon was kind of a piece of junk. Like it was just better than all the other ships that were around because he souped it up with the legal aftermarket parts. I
think if you put any other person besides Han Solo driving it or Chewbacca, it's just a crappy piece of space junk.
Well, what's her name? Rey was good with the Falcon. I mean, in this last movie,
yeah, she was okay with it.
Going back to the original thesis we were talking about,
But I think if you stick anybody besides Han Solo in the first 3 movies driving the Millennium Falcon, it's not as cool.
Oh, definitely.
Because he brings that cool factor. He is the Fonz of space.
Yeah.
He's that guy who kind of just bumps the ship with his hip and goes, hey, and it works.
And if you think about it, in American Graffiti, he did hang out with Richie Cunningham. Yes. See what we did there, Internet? Very nice.
But, so those are all awesome ships.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Well, how would Poe Dameron do behind that? Because Lando was good. Lando was good. It was originally Lando's ship, I think. And then
I think it was a Lando ship, and then Lando's Lando.
I mean, he's cooler than the other side of the pillow. I mean, come on.
He's another one with those silky smooth voice.
Yeah, he was almost Two-Face in Batman. So
I mean, I can't believe they almost put Bill Cosby in that part.
No, wow. Could you imagine if they got like some different people to play these characters?
Oh yeah, it'd be great if they had like a casting reject with Bill Cosby as Lando.
Oh.
Princess Leia put the pill in his drink, and then you're just gonna go to sleep.
Instead of getting roofied or like the dart they have her in the interrogation room, and it's like you just see Bill Cosby.
Well, I made him explain where she woke up in the bikini. While you were sleeping, I go ahead and put it in the bikini.
Oh my goodness, that's I don't even know what to say to that one. That's tough. Yeah, I know that we're looking at some other people for the band at the Mos Eisley Cantina. Originally, they were going to go with Motley Crue. They wanted to find someone who had that whole outer space vibe going on. Yeah. But ultimately, they decided not to use them because the movie came out 8 years before they actually became a band.
Well, technically, if you're thinking about it, it came out in the galaxy far, far away, long, long time ago.
Yeah, that is true. And from what I understand, Mick Mars is actually from Mars.
Possibly. He looks like it.
Well, Nikki Sixx died, so, I mean, he could be a Jedi, or a Sith, I don't know.
He's like Obi-Wan
They're
now.
all very close to the dark side. So, do they have a song? Dark Side? No, it's Wild Side. Okay.
Yeah, there's a Wild Side. I think you're thinking of who sang Dark Side of the Moon.
That's that's Pink Floyd.
Yeah, it's Pink Floyd. Yeah, I couldn't think of them for a minute.
That's their album.
Yeah, that's the album. Yeah,
it's a good album. Let's check it out.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just
who would they have gotten to play Han Solo other than Harrison Ford? I mean,
I think for the time being, you got to think of who was hot during when this movie came out.
Okay, so you're thinking of like an all-star '70s cast.
Yeah, you got to think of who was hot in the '70s that they could have been in. And Han Solo, I'd almost think it'd be like Clint Eastwood.
Oh God.
You got to ask yourself: did I fire 375 or 404?
Did I fire first? Damn right I did.
Do you feel lucky, Star Trooper?
Ooh, I do not feel lucky.
Or Stormtrooper? I said Star Trooper. Sorry. Don't knock me.
Did you see that Saturday Night Live sketch where he just he talked to a chair? Like the whole...
He's Clint Eastwood. He could do anything and win an Oscar.
Crazy. Yeah, he's a little crazy. It's like Unforgiven in space. He's like, Chewie, you're a good wife. But then again, that would make sense too, because every which way you can, he's with the monkey, and then he's with Chewie, which is, a Wookiee.
Yeah,
not a monkey.
So, not a monkey.
I guess.
So far, we got Lando's been replaced by Bill Cosby.
Okay, all right.
Han Solo has been replaced by Clint Eastwood.
By Clint Eastwood, all right.
All right, who's playing Luke?
Who's playing Luke? I don't know, like an Osmond or something? Or?
I think personally, for me, it would be Chevy Chase.
Oh, Chevy Chase is.
Because I just picture him with the lightsaber. No, 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 no.
Oh, that's yeah, absolutely. I don't know. So then I'll take Darth Vader. So it's the 70s. Things are a little bit darker. We're not sure, which way everything's going to go, and the movie's a new thing. I can think of someone like Richard Pryor getting behind there and saying, "Could be like, space is one big motherfucker." Could you imagine the stuff he would say and get away with? Oh man, I can't say anything.
Sure, you don't want Benny Hill in that?
Oh, that would be great. Oh my God, Benny Hill.
You see stormtroopers running around naked with just helmets on, and then he's chasing after them.
Yeah, they're all in their underwear and like some sort of lingerie. That's great. Oh, maybe John Cleese. John Cleese would be a good Darth Vader.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe.
Why are you walking so silly?
Darth Vader with an English accent.
Well,
I'm proper evil.
Yeah, proper.
Maybe Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery.
I'm your father. That'd be great. I think.
I love it. He always sounds like he's chewing on something very tough. Yes, money penny.
They could put Darth Vader in a kilt. I'm Scottish.
Oh, they make me wear the skirt.
I was in a movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones once.
What a piece of shit entrapment was. I just like how in the Talladega Nights movie they refer to the Highlander as the greatest movie ever made. And I'm like, yes, someone who gets it. And I'm like, oh, they're making fun of
Highlander. It's the greatest movie ever made.
I thought he was going to say Ford Fairlane. Yes, that's right. If you're over the age of 30, you may get our references.
Oh, we're old.
You may not. That's all.
All right, so we got a lot of people we can choose from for Vader. Who do we go with for Leia?
Leia. I mean, Farrah Fawcett, Kate Jackson.
Yeah.
Kate Jackson.
I think almost Farrah Fawcett. You see her running around with the Bo Derek.
But that's what I was thinking. It's pre-Bo Derek because she was 80s, right? With 10?
I want to say so.
Yeah. Oh, Dudley Moore. We get Dudley Moore in there somehow.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could be C-3PO. Yeah, that would be insane.
Gene Wilder is...
Gene Wilder could play anything. Yeah. I think that's a great call.
I think, Gene Wilder maybe a C-3PO.
What about Al Pacino? He was pretty big back
then. He would need a role all to himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see him as a Han Solo.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Don't go to me, Darth.
That would be.
So for who would you get to play Chewbacca?
Chewbacca. Bruce Valanche.
Not Will Chamberlain. He's already built for. He's already built for the suit.
Will Chamberlain. I heard that he was actually cast in there as one of the original characters, but he just never left the dressing room.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And that's why there are no other women in the movie.
I think maybe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar too. He also flew a plane in an airplane.
Oh, he did.
So he could have flown the Millennium Falcon.
What's the Vector?
Don't call me Shirley.
Was that technically a spaceship?
It wasn't. Well, I don't know what.
An airplane too.
Airplane was all over the map.
If you ask me, everybody should be played by the balding gentleman. Rapunzel, Rapunzel. Everybody should be played. There should be a movie about that guy. Or not. I don't know. I don't make good decisions.
They could have got the guy who played Igor in Young Frankenstein to play one of the parts.
Yeah, yeah.
They could have had him to play C-3PO.
Wait, don't you mean Igor?
Wasn't your parts on the other side?
My dad always tells me that guy's name. I can never remember it, too. And he's really funny, that guy. He was in a silent movie as well.
I'm going to have to look this up because, yeah, he's one of those actors that he's always in the background, but he plays every role magnificently.
Oh, yeah. No, he was good. It's funny. I mean, you know, I'm much more of a Lord of the Rings fan, but it's like I could see him playing a Gollum sort of character.
Marty Feldman.
Marty Feldman.
Marty Feldman.
Good old Marty.
He's actually, he was born in Mexico, actually. Or no, he died in Mexico. I take that back. He's actually from London. But yeah, he
what
died
a coincidence.
in 1982.
I actually plan to die in Mexico.
I plan to die in Vegas, but that's a different story altogether for another episode. Tune in for that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marty Feldman. Yeah, he had those crazy eyes. That's what.
That's what did it. Okay, it's probably some sort of congenitive disease too. So.
Probably.
Yeah, glaucoma.
I'd like to smoke the weed because I got the glaucoma.
Yeah. Well, it sucks he missed out on the medical card, but what are you gonna do?
You only moved to Mexico. You don't need one down there.
Oh, fair enough. Touche, Marty Feldman.
Touche. Mm-hmm. So. We got almost an all-star 70s cast that they could have picked from.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not so versed on 70s movies. Like, the more 70s movies I think about are probably, like, Westerns or things like that. But, you know, I'm more of an 80s guy. You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're both 80s kids.
Yeah.
So, 70s, I mean, we watch some of the stuff. There are reruns on TV for us.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But, yeah, 80s are definitely for us. I mean, the Feldmans.
Yes, yes. Oh, my God. I could see each of them in this movie.
Well, I should say the Coreys, not the Feldmans, but...
Yeah. Well, I knew what you meant, which is worse. Who would the Coreys play?
They would be one of the prequels. One of the horrible prequels would be the Feldmans.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. What's her name? I want to say Ali Sheedy as Padme. Yeah. She's got that sort of dark vibe going on.
What's the guy from Police Academy that does all the voices? I can't remember his
Michael
name.
Winslow.
Michael Winslow. He could be Jar Jar Binks.
That's not fair to Michael Winslow.
He would actually probably make that role better, though.
I guess. I mean...
You look so disappointed in putting him in that role. Oh, I guess.
It'd make it less racist, I suppose, but, you know, it's like, oh... You get this horrible anachronism of, like, a racial profile that they're trying to sell kids' toys with, so... Yeah, I'm a little bitter about that, but, you know, whatever.
Oh, tell us more.
It's a dance for you, honey.
Nobody likes Jar Jar.
You know, that's a funny thing, too. Like, when you start talking to a lot of the younger folks that really grew up watching those movies.
Where, they love them.
Like, you and I grew up watching Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back and Star Wars. It's like, they're like, oh, man, Attack of the Clones was so good. I'm like, really?
The best part of it was Sam Jackson.
Well, he's my favorite actor of all time.
Oh, he can be in anything. He did those Capital One commercials. Even I was like, I'm riveted.
Oh, yes, I know what's in my wallet now.
I will not fast forward this commercial.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's awesome. I mean, did you see him in The Kingsman?
Oh yeah, I love The Kingsman.
Yeah.
The first one was great. The second Kingsman, man, he wasn't in that one, but the second one wasn't that great. But the first one was amazing.
It was an interesting film, Kingsman 2.
It was a cool take on that. Yeah. That's we can do the whole spy episode and all these awesome movies that we've been talking about. Let's talk about movies coming out this year.
Let me rifle through my fake notes.
Today at 9. Potato chips, they can cause cancer. They can kill you. Turn in 7.
Find out how. U-52, be there.
All right, so movies coming out this year.
Yeah.
Big ones. Couple of big ones. We got Avengers: Infinity War.
Yes, that's probably the biggest one, I think.
I think that is the biggest one that everybody's anticipating and waiting for.
Yep.
Because, I mean, all the Avengers...
Did you see Thor?
I have not seen the newest one.
Okay.
I didn't get to see it. You know, and nobody wanted to go to the theater with me.
Oh, it's just sad. I just go alone.
Actually, I was going to go see it.
Which is worse.
I go to the movies by myself.
Sure.
It's actually a pleasure. But I was going to go, but I really wanted to see Justice League instead.
Yeah.
Because we're both Batman fans. We both know that.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, yeah.
You've bought part of my Batman collection at one point.
I did, yeah. I still have it. Like the giant novelty light.
I still miss that. That was a great light.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty great.
Yeah, so I was like, Batman or Thor, I'm going to go to Batman. And kind of sadly, I was disappointed.
So what'd you think about Justice League then? Did you... You weren't into it? I thought Cyborg made the movie for me. Like
Cyborg, he was more of a background character almost.
See, that's the thing. I thought it's like they could have done so much with this guy to make him a joke, like he is on the Titans cartoon or anything like that. They made him like a pivotal member of the team who eventually figured out what was going on and how to fix it.
Yeah.
And I just thought he had like the smoothest voice, and I'm like, wow, this guy, like, he doesn't sound like you'd expect a robot to sound.
No, actually, I think the character overall, he was actually pretty good. I've never seen him act in anything before.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
He's not coming to mind as any other movie, but I think he did actually really good.
Momoa didn't really do much.
He's a little bit over the top, I think.
Yeah.
He's a little bit too, like, up here, and I think he needs to bring it a little bit more down here. Because I think that's what makes the Avengers so great is... The one that's over the top is the billionaire person.
Well, I mean...
Not the drunken seaman. But I guess that's why you over the top.
Chasing a whale. Yes, that's right. I saw that one. I'm the mighty Thor, and I ate someone while chasing a blue whale. It's a terrible impression.
It's okay. We're not judging it for impressions.
Well, the internet will do that for me.
Yes, they will. Make your comments below. Don't worry. I know you're going to do it
and
anyway.
And that's why it's Justen versus Justen.
Okay,
yeah,
so...
no, I'm with you. Most excited to see the Infinity War. Did like Justice League. I asked about Thor because it did have two of the main characters. It had Thor and it had Hulk in it. A couple teasers and stuff like that to bring on, and something that happened at the end, which I won't spoil. But, you know, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
a lot of humor, though.
It was.
Yeah, they killed it with the humor.
Yeah, so we'll see. They're green lighting it, I think, for a second one already, so we'll see when that comes out.
Okay.
We'll see who plays Batman at that point. But on back to movies this year, you got the Avengers Infinity War.
Yep.
Looking forward to that. Black Panther's coming out. That's coming out this month.
It's the exciting one.
So I think that's actually already sold out in most theaters for the sneak peek.
Oh, wow.
So I was thinking about maybe going to see it, and I think it's already sold out, which is pretty cool.
We should go see it.
We'll have a mandate. Not in that sense.
No, it's not required. It's not mandated.
You're going to Bill Cosby me? Oh, this movie theater has a bar. Not again.
I put iocane in both cups. Oh, that's good.
All right, so after
if you're over 30, you make it.
I just remember I'll just wake up. Not again. No, so also we have the Han Solo movie coming out.
Ah, the Solo flick.
Yep. A Star Wars story, Solo.
So now we're looking at a Star Wars movie every year, similar to where it was before a Lord of the Rings movie every year or a Harry Potter movie every year. So is this just filling that void now for us?
I think I'll be honest with Rogue One. I think they overdid it. I think Rogue One could disappear and nobody would ever miss it.
I did not like
a forgetful movie. I've tried to. I like Star Wars movies. I've watched the prequels. I own the prequels. They're bad, but they're bad in a good way.
I prefer the Battle for Endor movie over Rogue One.
I prefer
that is a bold statement.
I prefer the 1970s Star Wars Christmas special over Rogue One.
I didn't think you were going to go there, and you went there. Ouch. Okay.
I've tried to watch Rogue One 3 times now, and I have fallen asleep all 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a Disney ploy to make money.
There was one scene that was awesome, and I think I told you about it, and you got to go back and see it. And
I'll try not to fall asleep.
Well, if you watch it just for that one scene, and you just think, why couldn't they have just made this the whole damn movie? It's awesome. But past that, it wasn't enough to just catapult it for me. I was really just disappointed with it. And again, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm more of a Star Trek guy. In terms of that, I love the new Trek movies and I love the old shows and all that. But for Star Wars, it was okay.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan.
And Forrest Whitaker, come on. I mean, it was the least.
His performance was horrid. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I like Forrest Whitaker's movies. I like some. He's good in some movies. He's bad in some other ones.
Yeah,
and I just wasn't a fan of just really any of it. That's why unfortunately I fall asleep. I've never fallen asleep in a Star Wars movie, but
yeah, I mean it had some moments to it. It definitely did, and it just it lacked that sort of cohesion that a really good movie has with its whole cast.
Yeah,
Alan Tudyk was in it.
Yeah.
He played one of the main characters, a droid. And I mean, he was a sassy droid.
Yeah, that was the
awesome.
best part of the movie.
Yeah, it was pretty much it.
But it wasn't. It didn't pack a punch like all the other Star Wars movies. The other Star Wars, they jump out, they grab you, they pull you, and this one was just kind of
yeah.
What's this?
Fully agree. So Han Solo, we know that one's coming out. Is that one coming out in May or June?
I'm not sure exactly when that. I don't think they've set a release date for it yet because of all the reshoots and everything. They've had to redirect it. So we'll see how it even turns out.
This is a random thought, but I don't know. How come they haven't done anything with They Live? Remember that one with Rowdy Piper?
I do with the glasses and they should remake that.
Some sort of Google glass or something like that you put on. That would be cool, man.
I remember that movie from when I was a kid in the 80s.
That was great. Him and David Keith fighting it out.
Oh, that was the best fight scene of the 80s.
Then you look back and you're like, oh my god, he's fighting Goliath from Gargoyles, or Spawn.
Oh, that was a great movie. Yeah, they should remake
Spawn's
that.
coming out. There's gonna be a new Spawn.
Yeah, we got the new Spawn.
Yep.
Coming out this year too. Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2. Of course. Ryan Reynolds. They've got James Brolin from Infinity Wars playing Thanos. He's going to be playing Cable.
He was actually in one of my favorite movies this year, which was Only the Brave.
I did not see that.
Which I thought was a very underrated movie.
War movie?
Only the Brave. It's about the 19 hotshot firefighters that passed away in Arizona. It's first of all, the movie tugs at my heartstrings because I'm from Prescott, Arizona.
There you go.
So the movie had a lot of meaning to me, but he actually acted fantastically in it, and I'm sad that the movie didn't get more press and more build than it really did, because anybody that saw it's like, oh, it's an amazing movie.
He's one of those guys where it's he's an accomplished actor, but you forget the stuff that he's been in. Hail Caesar was amazing, but his part in it was just kind of like a deadpan guy, But I mean, he was great.
Sin City. The one he was in was.
I'm not gonna go to that one because I saw the second one and there was a lot about it that I liked. Having read and I'm a big comic guy, shocker. So going through that, I mean, I really liked the first one, and then the second one, it was iffy. Dennis Haysbert, though, as Minot, where he took over from Michael Clark Duncan, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very apt casting.
Yeah, that was a really good casting. It definitely was.
Yeah, and I mean, Ava Green's always great. She does crazy very well.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Deadpool coming out. I love the first one.
This would be great.
So I'm looking forward to the second one. Then we got the Jurassic Park, the Fallen World.
Yes.
What did you think about the last one, the reboot there?
I ate it up like candy.
I love this one. In all the Star Wars, or not Star Wars, the Jurassic Park world. Mm-hmm. The first one was amazing. As a kid, I remember watching that. The CGI of that movie when we were kids was just downright amazing. It's still amazing. It holds up to today.
I like how people of our vintage still call it CGI because they're just computer generated. And they're like, "Do you ever see Tron, man? You ever see Tron?" Yeah.
Not the remake, the original.
Hey, I like the remake. Okay, I actually did. Did you hear the soundtrack to that thing? It was amazing.
No.
But no, Jurassic World, I enjoyed it. Jurassic Park, the first one was great. The second one was like the highest grossing movie of all time for like a long time before Titanic came out to kill it. But if you think about how cool it is to have a T-Rex in your backyard.
The second one I liked it, Vince Vaughn.
Oh yeah,
And one of them, he's the same character in every movie, but I think he actually did really well in that one.
Yeah, he was channeling a bit more Norman Bates in that one, I thought.
Yeah, kinda.
But it's funny because Finn from Jurassic World is very much like him in this one. In like 2.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they just But I loved the first one, Sam Jackson and Muldoon and Nedry.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you had what was his name from Seinfeld?
Newman. Yeah,
Newman.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, as soon as he steals,
was so hateable. It was great.
As soon as he steals the dinosaur, Newman. They should have just said Jerry Pop in there, Newman.
Well, I guess Newman spent some time in the Pacific Northwest.
But
Look at him go.
I mean, come on, and then you had Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he's great.
Life finds a way. He's just.
And you have the guy from The Omen, playing Alan Grant.
Yeah.
And I mean, and he was in Thor. He was in the new Thor too.
Yeah.
So Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was awesome.
Spared no expense.
No expense. Well, that was John something.
You're making me look up a lot of things, and I don't remember.
Those kids.
That was Richard Attenborough.
Yeah.
Played John Hammond.
Is he related to David Attenborough?
I have no clue.
He's the guy that...
You're going to make me reach into the deepest parts of the internet.
That's right. Find that obscure fact for me.
His name is Lord Richard Attenborough, to be honest.
I see. He was knighted.
He's from Cambridge, England.
Just like Sting. So.
See, I don't see any... spouse or brothers or sisters here. So if you know, let us know.
That's fine. Yeah.
If you know, let us know.
So isn't there a new Incredibles movie coming out?
There is a new Incredibles movie coming out.
I like that because that terrible movie that they made 2 years ago, Fantastic Four, how they tried to redo it, which they shouldn't have even touched it because, first of all, Jessica Alba and Michael Chilkins, come on.
The first ones were good. The first ones were serviceable to me.
Well, I mean,
I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan to begin with.
It's fun,
Yeah, they are, but yeah, the reboot, that was horrible.
So bad. Like, how do you make a character with no pants? And be like, he's called the Thing. I bet he is. Yeah.
But that
was terrible. But to me, The Incredibles was making Fantastic Four work.
Yeah.
And it was Justice League. It was anything else. They had that mix of characters, and they were a family first, and that's the main core theme of Fantastic Four. They are a family, and that's the theme of their book. Everything they handle as one. Very similar like Ninja Turtles.
I love Ninja Turtles. I was a Ninja Turtle kid.
Like so much better than everything else. Well,
I don't know. Ghostbusters was my number one as a kid.
I don't even know how to answer this because it's like now I'm like you got like Ghostbusters, He-Man, G.I. Joe. Like, we had the most spoiled childhood ever.
Oh, I still have all those toys in the basement.
Yeah.
But
I know if I saw them.
I was just playing with them right before we started filming, but you interrupted playtime.
Oh, gee. Was it bath time like in Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Master Francis is in his bath.
I'm more like Dewey. Don't bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
Was that from Orange County?
No, that was a Scary Movie.
Oh, Scary.
When he comes out with the vacuum.
Oh, God.
Mom kept telling you to stop sticking your dick in the vacuum. I told you not to bug me when I'm cleaning my room.
Doofy!
What's my finger smell like? That smells like...
Yes!
That's what it
took me a minute to remember that movie, so, yeah.
That was when they were actually decent, when the Wayans brothers actually made decent remakes of movies.
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of that goes into the creative process where you get people like producers and all that in, so I think they had much more control at that point.
Yeah, true.
So that was pre-White Chicks.
Yeah. Sadly, White Chicks is still referenced a lot these days. It's a movie I never thought would be referenced a lot still.
I think it became a big meme.
It did.
It's
for Iggy Azalea and somebody else. I just saw it today, actually. Okay, so back on the train of movies coming out this year.
What else we have coming out, Justin?
I don't know, Justin. What is still going? We got Ant-Man. We got the new Ant-Man versus the Wasp.
All right.
What did you think about the first Ant-Man?
I loved it. Paul Rudd is an ageless actor, and a big fan of Evangeline Lilly from Lost. And
oh, definitely. I liked the first one. Oh, she is hot.
Yeah.
Don't tell Samantha.
Yeah. Don't tell.
I'll have to edit that part out. Don't listen.
Yeah, but that's going to be a good one.
One movie I'm actually looking forward to that a lot of people seem to kind of be like, I don't know about that, is Ready Player One.
Oh my God, that looks
great.
Blow people's minds. I think that's going to be the breakout hit of the year.
I think it's going to kind of be. It almost looks like a Tron-like movie.
I'm thinking the way that this one's going to go is it's going to be like the next Hunger Games because people are going to be crazy about it. Yeah. So my friend Todd, shout out to Todd, read the book, told me about it years ago or however long ago he read it, and I should have read it by now. I went to try to find it this weekend, but it is supposed to be literally jam-packed full of nostalgia for people of our age. Yeah, I've heard such good things.
Yeah, I saw it in the previews for pretty much every movie I went and seen this year, and that's something I was like, I'll have to probably go by myself or with you or somebody else, but
friends do that.
Friends, we're friends first, but. Yeah, no, I loved it. I think it was going to look great. So,
did you see the preview for Wrinkle in Time?
I did, and it's a little bit goofy to me.
You feel the same way I do. Yeah,
like I saw the previews actually just a little bit ago on the TV, and it was just it looks a little bit too out there.
Yeah, I'm underwhelmed by it. I know the effects are crazy and people are going nuts about it. And you know what? I could totally be wrong, but I'm just saying. I saw Tomorrowland and it was the biggest steaming pile of heap of crap I ever saw.
I never saw it, and a lot of people said they loved it. I think even Kevin Smith said he saw it on a flight and it made him cry.
Oh wow, that's. Yeah, but he made Jersey Girl, so
I'm a Kevin Smith. I'm a Kevin Smith fan, so
I kind of am at times.
Oh come on, Tusk was okay.
Yeah.
Or
Red State.
Red State was good. What was the last one that he came out with the little Nazi sausages? I can't.
Oh yeah, the one with the hockey Hooters. Or something?
Yeah. Yoga Hosers.
Yoga Hosers.
Yoga Hosers.
No, but what were we talking about just now? I totally forgot.
We lost track. We went off.
Yeah, no, Kevin Smith. Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, Wrinkle in Time. Yeah. Let's get back on track here.
This movie goes down to being about bureaucracy and all that, and it's boring. It was a boring-ass book when I read it, and then I saw like the BBC production movie or something like that, and it's like, it was not great. So I'm very underwhelmed by Wrinkle in Time. I think that a much better representation of this would be, if you just go back and watch A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Well, that was a great movie.
Always wear a towel. I bring a towel. And if you're looking for the answer to every question in the universe, 42.
Except for the only problem with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the only thing I ever think of when I hear hitchhiking is that scene with George Carlin. Not in that movie, but with George Carlin he's hitchhiking.
Or was that Dogma?
That was, I think it was Chainsaw.
Well, Princess Leia. Yeah. She was the Harry Bush nun.
All right, so back to movies coming out. We're going out there. We got the new Pacific Rim movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to this one. I love the first one.
So as an anime guy, it's basically Pacific Rim to me is kind of like a bastardization of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah.
Which was great for a while, and then they got to the end and they ran out of money and it got really weird. So you never got like that satisfying ending until like several years later when they got some money to actually do it.
Yeah.
But they're kind of taking the wind out of that sail, so we'll never have that chance. And if Ron Perlman's in it, I don't know if I'm going to be too interested if he's not in it.
I don't know if he. Let me see. If
Charlie Day's in it, though.
Charlie Day's is in it. And
I'm going to see it.
I'll see it too.
And it was what, Idris Elba?
Yeah, he was in the first one though. So
Idris Elba.
This one has got
Heimdall.
This one's got the Star Wars connection there. It's got Justin Boyega. Jing Tang. I'm sorry if I butcher her name. I don't know who she is. Scott Eastwood. You got Clint Eastwood's son in there.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Day.
Another Star Wars connection.
Vern Gorman's coming back in it.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't see your buddy there.
I liked Burke. What's his name? Bern
Gorman.
So he reminds me of that guy from. Are you a Game of Thrones guy? You watch Game of Thrones?
Actually,
no.
A lot of people hate me for it, but I have not really got into it.
You'll get there. No, but he was in The Dark Knight Rising as as Roland Daggett's guy, his man Friday, and then Bane kills him brutally. At least they got a good notable actor to play that part.
No, Ben Gorman He plays that goofy role. What was that? I think it was called The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox.
Oh my god!
He
played the guy.
No, he didn't play him, but he reminds me of him. See, even you can picture him.
My body is a roadmap of pain.
Yeah, it wasn't him, but he reminds me a lot of that guy.
If you take nothing else from this episode, go watch The Frighteners. So,
that's a great movie. I've watched it. I don't even know how many times.
That probably does not hold up now, I think. But Jake Busey, come on.
Yeah, that movie
amazing.
To me,
Michael J. Fox
and horrible effects that were just great. Yeah, no, I loved that movie.
I heard that they actually invented the anti-shake cam for him.
They probably did.
Too soon?
No.
Okay.
But let's see, who was that guy's name?
These obscure actors.
Yeah, wasn't Peter Dobson, was it?
Sure.
No, Peter Dobson was not. That was.
No, he was the killer. I think.
He was. No, he was the guy that got killed. He was the jerk boyfriend, husband.
Yeah.
I'm trying
I
to
see a picture of Zombieland there. That's another good one too.
Oh, Zombieland's a great movie. I'm trying to find this guy. See, John Astin was the judge.
I'm just more impressed that he's still alive, if he is. But,
I clicked off of him too soon. I didn't get a chance to take a look.
It's okay. It's okay. We can just leave that stone unturned. Let's talk about Sean Astin, man.
What was that guy's name? Milton or Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, okay.
He looks pretty normal in his picture on.
He does, yeah.
I wouldn't picture him, but in that movie, he just plays such a weirdo that.
Yeah, I mean, he had like a really weird haircut too, so.
Yeah.
You know.
So
he looks like the type of guy who would have those X-wing steak knives.
He would actually make an excellent Lost in Space doctor. Yes, leave the child with me.
Dude, Gary Oldman, though, you think about everything that guy's done, and that has to be like the kind of like the pockmark on the ass of his career, you know.
Yeah, they all have their bad movies that they don't like to talk about. Most actors that have won Oscars, they appeared in movie 43, so they don't like to talk about that.
Oh man,
how can you forget 43. Hugh Jackman? I have balls on my chin.
Yeah,
that was a horrible movie. I'm sorry you tried to be Kentucky Fried Movie and you failed horribly.
No, that was not great. That was not a great movie.
So I'll go back to movies coming out this year.
Yeah,
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, you were saying you're really excited to see this.
I am because I loved. I own the first ones.
Yeah,
I loved them. They're guilty pleasure because they're horrible. I mean, all the people who have British accents are actually American, and the one person who's actually British has an American accent.
That to me is one of those Saturday rainy day movies that like comes on TNT, and you're like, "Oh, Tomb Raider, I'm gonna watch this."
Oh, I mean, Angelina Jolie, that was every teenage boy's fantasy right there. The shower scenes and her pajamas jumping around and all the running scenes.
I'm just thinking about the '90s in which I would probably watch this right before or after an episode of Baywatch. So before the episode of Baywatch Night starts, and before Baywatch Hawaii.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll probably go in expecting to be cheesy like the originals. And
I think it'll
probably be like a dark. It'll be a dark remake, probably. That's what they like to do these days.
Here's an odd question, but are there any Tom Cruise movies coming out this year? Are we safe?
I don't know, but actually, his last couple of movies that have come out have actually not been horrible.
I did not finish The Mummy. I'm not going to.
The Mummy was yeah.
Is that Rick?
He's coming out with Mission Impossible 6.
Oh God!
I liked the last Mission Impossible. I wasn't a huge fan of the first one was okay.
Well, Simon Pegg's in it, right?
Yeah,
he comes like Simon Pegg.
If Simon Pegg put on a couple of pounds, maybe.
Yeah.
I've also gotten chubby Matt Damon.
I see it. Yeah. Okay. I didn't.
I had a girl tell me that one time at a bar. You look like a fat Matt Damon. I said, "Oh, thank you."
I get George Costanza. Yeah.
But yeah, Mission Impossible 6 coming out this year.
Okay.
I was a fan of the last one. I thought it was actually really good. I thought actually the last 2 Mission Impossibles were really good.
Oh. So after they come out, should they change the movie to Mission Possible? I mean, or like Mission Happened or something. I mean, seriously. I don't know. I'm somewhat skeptical. I know there's a Venom movie coming out with, I want to say Tom Hardy.
It is, Venom. Tom Hardy, which he has a special place in my heart because of Bane.
Yeah.
I love Bane.
Yeah, you're a big Bane guy.
Even though the movie adaptation, I was still like, oh, he's not Bane, but I like him.
Yeah.
In like a dark, sinister movie type of way.
They're good movies, but that's not my Batman, Michael Keaton.
Oh, yeah, so, Batman is Michael Keaton for us because that's what we grew up with.
1989. I'm sitting there as an 8-year-old, at the drive-in, watching this movie, and it was amazing. Despite the fact that even at that age, I could determine that Batman definitely killed people, which he should not do at the very core of who he is. But whatever, still awesome.
Come on, those first two Batmans with Michael Keaton had great casts.
Yeah, of course. We talked earlier.
Yeah, Danny DeVito played an amazing Penguin.
Yeah.
I mean, they have characters that I don't think can be topped. I mean, Heath Ledger did great as the Joker.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, though, is still the Joker to me.
So if you were going to all-star cast a Batman movie with past, characters, would you pick Heath Ledger's Joker, or would he be too off the wall against?
Well, I think they have to play into each other because I think he's a little too dark for Michael Keaton's character.
I don't know. You might get nuts. Let's get nuts.
The Tim Burton, Michael Keaton ones were a little bit more comic book-like, a little bit more fun.
See, I would rather see Michael Keaton Batman versus Beetlejuice. Make that movie.
Michael Keaton, please.
Yeah, if you're listening, you're not.
You're probably not. You're probably like, I'm not going to listen to these two nobodies.
Nah, pretty much. Yeah. No, but I was excited.
But if you are Michael Keaton, send us a picture. We'll hang it on the wall.
Yeah.
All praise the Keaton.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, I mean I know right off the bat if I had an all-star Batman cast, I'm not putting Nipple Suit out there.
No, and I mean, now Val Kilmer's kind of.
I don't think he looks more my body type. So
right now. Yeah,
I don't think he'd fit in the bat
really
suit.
Sick, actually.
Yeah. Sadly, I shouldn't joke around.
I'm not again.
But
that's right. Had to squeeze in that Willow reference. That was the one that got me kicked out of the D&D table. Yeah. True story.
Maybe they could put Pete Holmes as Batman. Did you ever see the one where he's making fun of the Christian Bale one and he's trying to pick his voice in the Batman episode? He's "Donde están los dragos?" He does Ray Romano.
I don't know. No, I don't think I've seen. I gotta see it. I still have to see the Seinfeld Goes to Oz because I missed out on that one. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do at least one more. I think.
Yeah. Let's get back on track here. Rampage. You brought this up the other night when we were talking about it. You said you're really excited for Rampage this year.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of that, it's like I have fond memories of playing a 2-player game with my old neighbor and all that, and just I liked how you could reach in, grab someone, and eat them. It's freaking hilarious.
I don't know.
Coming out or
what?
Any good comedies coming out? It seems like everything's just action.
It seems like this year's the superhero year.
Well, I am fine with that.
I am as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Rampage. I mean that's Dwayne Johnson. He's always good in everything.
Yeah.
I haven't yet to meet a Dwayne Johnson movie that I'm like, that's horrible.
They exist.
I don't know. Name a Dwayne Johnson movie that you like. I can't watch it again.
I like The Rundown.
The Rundown was great.
Baywatch was funny.
A lot of people hated Baywatch. I said, if you took it for what that movie is, it's actually funny.
I can't hate it because of it. Be Cool was good.
I mean, the guy gets his dick stuck in a chair.
Yeah, no, that's a real medical condition.
That's never happened to me, but...
Well, you know what? Then you have not lived.
I've not lived. I need to go to the beach and get one stuck.
Yeah.
But as far as comedies, let's see. I don't think Will Ferrell's got anything coming out, which is sad. I love Will Ferrell movies.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you think of Daddy's Home 2?
It was full of great dad jokes. That thermostat bit got me going. Oh, you never let the kids touch the thermostat. It was great.
No,
Lithgow was funny, but he was over the top in some parts. But the last time I saw him was the Trinity Killer and Dexter. So I'm like, okay, this is definitely different. So.
Yeah, no, I loved Daddy's Home too. I think it was better than the first one, actually.
Yeah,
it's hard to say a lot of movies that are better than the first ones.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of this too, they're not great movies.
No, you got to take them at face value. You're not going to go in and go, it's Oscar-worthy performance by Will Ferrell. And does have a movie coming out this year.
He does, okay.
Holmes and Watson.
Okay. Is that a hot dog?
It's a humorous take on Arthur Cohen's classic Sherlock Holmes.
Because we haven't seen humor in a Sherlock Holmes movie.
He reunites with John C. Reilly.
Okay.
In this one.
All right.
I'm sad it hasn't gotten a lot of talk.
Adam McKay? Anywhere near this?
I don't think so. But you got Kelly MacDonald. She's Miss Hudson. You got Will Ferrell as Holmes.
Okay.
You got John C. Reilly.
I know what he looks like.
And he's playing Watson.
Oh, Hugh Laurie's in it?
Yeah, Hugh Laurie's in it. Laura Lampkin.
Oh, Mycroft Holmes? Okay.
Rebecca Hall, Ray Fiennes.
I feel like they're really milking this entire franchise. It must be public domain or something like that.
Oh, it's it's like Spider-Man. Let's just remake it this year for the heck of it.
I just saw in there's one coming out next year. So it's like, yeah.
Actually, there's another one coming out this year.
Is there really another? Well, Infinity War, right?
No, there's a Spider-Man alone movie on the list here.
Oh, come on.
Let's see, Spider-Man 2018. I believe they said there was a Spider-Man coming out this year.
And I'm not complaining because I don't want to see it. Of course I'm going to go see it. I'm just complaining because I have to spend more money on seeing these damn things.
Let's see, what it's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so maybe it's just a documentary?
No. Okay.
Schreiber's the voice?
Oh, he was the bomb in Phantoms.
Oh, it's an animated movie, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so we're free of Sony Pictures Spider-Man for the most part this year.
He was the bomb in Phantoms.
Liv Schreiber was great in Goon.
Oh, Goon was so good.
Goon was a great movie. If you haven't watched Goon, go on Netflix. The second one's on there. I don't know if the first one's still on there.
Is the second on?
Yeah, the second one. The second one, the Goon's Last of the Enforcers, is on Netflix. I watched it the other night.
And you said Jay Baruchel wrote that movie?
Yeah, I think he wrote it. I know I believe he directed it and wrote it.
Yeah, no, props to him.
So if you're on Netflix, go watch that. Skip over Rogue One. Just go right past it. Forget it ever existed and watch the Goon 2.
Stop binge watching Grey's Anatomy.
Thank me later.
Be really ashamed with yourself.
Yeah,
you know who I'm talking to.
Watch Goon 2. You'll thank me if you skip Rogue One if you haven't seen that.
But one thing that is on there right now, if you hurry, Ash versus the Evil Dead is on there.
I am a huge Ash versus the Evil Dead. You know that. Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
I have all the pop vinyls of Ash.
Mm-hmm.
I went as Halloween as a little child, dressed as Ash with a chainsaw in my hand. Thank you, Dad, for making me a real-life chainsaw that attached to my hand. You wouldn't be able to get away with that these days.
No, definitely not.
And I actually had a gun, too, I didn't have a real gun, but he gave me a stock of a gun, and I had it in the back, and blood all over me. And
that's pretty great.
And thank you to my parents for letting me watch that as a kid.
Yeah. I got Barbarella at age 5. So
that's a great thing. Our parents didn't guard us like they do these days. Parents are like, oh, no, you can't watch that.
To be honest, too, we had that rating system that was like PG, R. That was kind of...
Triple X was just the one you weren't allowed to.
Like,
and Triple X and NR.
There's only one boob in it. It's kind of like...
Well, it seems like these days, as soon as there's a tiny bit of blood, it's R. Back in our day, it was like gratuitous, most people killed, and it's PG-13.
Did you remember the first PG-13 movie?
No.
Red Dawn.
Was it really?
Yeah, Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen, Jennifer Grey.
That was a good one. In it, I liked the original, and the remake was actually pretty decent too.
I did not see it because I think Josh Peck was in it. Not for that reason, but I just didn't see it yet.
He is in there. He plays the. He plays the brother. He plays the younger brother, and it was good. I thought it was actually pretty decent. I think they actually did the first one justice. They didn't really murder it like Ghostbusters. That's another thing. That's where we differ.
That's a big contention between us. We're big Ghostbusters fans, both of us, but I think that if you take the new movie as just this cast of funny people and you don't put it next to the old movies, it's a funny movie. It really is.
Here's my thing. It has nothing to do with the female cast. It has not great. My problem was they stuck all the original characters in there playing different characters.
Yeah.
That's murdering my childhood. I don't want to see Bill Murray not play, his character.
Peter Venkman.
Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. I don't want to see Dan Aykroyd as a taxi driver.
It is funny because I always do think the world is going to end on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Tick tock, tick tock. Get your Star Wars candies now. But yeah, no, that was my problem with the new Ghostbusters.
I mean, I thought it was fine. I mean, Melissa McCarthy is always Melissa McCarthy. So, but I'm a big fan of the other ladies on the show. Leslie Jones is awesome.
Leslie Jones did great in that movie.
She's so good. She's so underrated.
The only one I didn't really care for was Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, you don't like Kate McKinnon. I like Kate McKinnon, so I could see how that is. So.
That's her name, right? I don't want to be butchering it and people on YouTube going, that's not who's in it.
She's going to be all over you, man.
I thought her character was just so over the top that I'm like, okay, bring it down.
Yeah.
She just killed it for me. I think it was just her alone kind of killed it for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was funny. I watched it and I got some laughs out of it. So, I mean, I don't know what else I would really want out of it. And it was funny,
Yeah, I mean, there was humor in it. I'll give them that. But, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I don't know. Then now they're remaking Oceans with the all-female cast.
Are they really?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock and...
You lost me. No, I'm just saying you lost me. I don't care anymore.
You're like, well, there was Oceans movies. They were okay after Oceans 10 and 11 after they got to 12 and
if there's a surefire sort of formula to get my mom to watch a movie, well, Sandra Bullock's in it. Oh, you got her. Why don't you just put it on the Hallmark Channel? Yeah.
She's America's sweetheart.
Yeah, apparently. She was awesome in Crash. And The Blind Side, the force of nature.
Yeah.
It's like no doubt, and that was like her performance was really good.
Oh, she also was in Space. Come on.
And she was in The Net. So what's your point?
The Net was a great movie growing up. That was like back when they had like AOL dial-up and...
I just remember watching them and they were playing like Doom 3DO or something like that. And I'm like, oh, those graphics look awesome. Man. Oh, they killed Dennis Miller. Bummer.
I spent so many hours as a kid playing Doom.
Yeah, I was more of a Simpsons Doom guy. Or Hexen. But
I played Doom a lot growing up. I think I beat the game 3 times.
Wow.
The original one. The newer ones, I suck at.
So you didn't move on to Duke Nukem like the rest of us?
Duke Nukem, that's because everybody was waiting for it to come out forever.
Oh, no, that's true. Then it comes out and everyone's so underwhelmed. They're like, I wanted this 6 years ago.
The only game that I truly loved as a kid more than Doom was Conker's Bad Fur Day. Because you could pee on someone and kill them.
Oh. So I take it you never played Fart Man?
I did play Fart Man, but Conker's Bad Fur Day was great. There was a battle scene, or like multiplayer battle royale type thing, and you could go into a locker room, and it took all your weapons away, and the only thing you could do is pee on people.
Oh. Well, I was not aware of this.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, great game.
Was this a N64?
It was.
Okay.
And you can get it on the retro if you get like an Xbox One. Like I have it on retro now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I play it. It's great. I love it.
Wow, I totally missed out.
You had a horrible childhood.
No, I'm
just joking.
Think of the games that I liked as a kid, and I'm like, none of them involve urine. It's like, all right.
That's why I got expelled from school. I can pee on people and kill them.
Oh, apparently you were having a bad fur day. So I don't know.
All right. Well, do we have anything else for today's episode?
No, that's probably going to bring us to a close. Since this is Justen versus Justen, we always like to have a battle. My point of view versus his point of view, or as I like to call it, I before E.
I like to call it I'm right.
No, that's a beg to differ. So today we were talking about our favorite ships. So our battle today is going to be who has the best ship. So you, of course, are going to pick...
You, the viewers, have to tell us who you're siding with.
That's right. Are you going to side with me? And my favorite ship that I'm going to pick, the Satellite of Love, right? From Mystery Science Theater 3000 versus your choice?
My choice, naturally, the Winnebago from Spaceballs, the Eagle 5.
With or without Liquid Schwartz?
It always has Liquid Shorts and Ludicrous Speeds and Boysenberry Jam.
Look, I'm going to stand by my decision because I'm wearing the shirt and I'm not going to disrespect my guys. I've met these guys,
I love Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
Nothing against them, but
All right, so
Come on, if you're in space, you see a flying Winnebago go past you.
I'm not going to sway anyone's vote here because it's not in my best interest.
Right.
Now, Justin, what happens when someone loses the challenge?
Well, we decided for our show, the loser will have to sing a TV theme song of the winner's choice. And we're starting, I believe, with 80s theme songs.
80s theme songs.
So if you can think of a horrible 80s theme song that you want him to sing, because I'm going to win.
Look, the stars have not decided this yet.
All of our 2 viewers for the first episode, please help me out.
We'll need a tiebreaker.
Mom, help me out. No.
Oh, crap. He's got 3 moms. Damn.
So yeah, and I'd have to think really hard. But I'll have to have you.
And of course, the winner gets to choose, right?
Oh yeah, the winner chooses.
Okay. Good. I like.
I'll
my
always
chances.
take input from viewers if you guys comment below what you want them to sing.
I like my chances. That's just what I'm going to say.
So, but ultimately, if I have a choosing, I'm gonna have to pick something just over the top and great.
Okay. Let's not spoil that for everybody.
No, we'll have to wait till the next episode to announce that. And if we don't have anybody vote,
we'll flip when the Voyage of the Mimi came out. Yeah, I'll ask Ben Affleck next time I see him.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for sticking around for our first episode podcast here.
Thanks. Listening to 2 guys named Justin.
Just ramble on, talk about nothing.
Pretty much. Hopefully, we brought a smile to your face. Helped your work day a little bit.
We got you off the ledge.
Stay tuned next week when we push.
No, but yeah, if you like us, hit like, hit subscribe. There's going to be more episodes. We're going to try to do one weekly.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
And, we'll see if we'll grow from there. You guys, the more you like us, the more we'll put out. And that sounded really dirty, but it's true. The more you like us, the more we put out.
I think we're establishing characters, and he is now the dirty one. So,
Stephanie the boy. Sorry, no, that's dirty. And
thank you, Dr. Wester. What's his
I'm not the creepy guy, honestly. But, yeah.
So I don't want to be the creepy guy.
Wait a minute. Just because I have a windowless van, this is free candy?
Yeah, well, the Rush mural on the side is... Oh, we didn't talk about Flyboys. Oh, well, next time we'll talk about Flyboys. Whatever.
So, yeah, well, tune in next time. We're going to have, we're going to talk about something else. I think we got a bunch of topics lined up, so don't worry. It's always going to stay fresh.
Yeah, it's got to stay
Never soggy. So, tune in next week, and take care. This is Justin with an E.
And Justin with an I.
And I'm always right.
So he says. He's right at least 50% of the time.
I'm right.
Maybe 70.
See you later.